Hey guys, this is Jay. Now that my old Time to Gunslinger guide is a bit outdated and wasn't optimal, I thought it was about time to make a new guide for Time to Gunslinger. This is a Time to Gunslinger build where you focus all your stats on your specialization and your necklace to creed. Specialization and creed. You can choose between Nightmare. You can choose between Nightmare and Salvation set, but Nightmare will be doing more damage. For your engravings, Grudge, Kin Blunt, Time Taunt, and PM is a must. But PM can be used as level 1 with level 2 Adrenaline. And that engravings will do more damage, but I'm using level 3 PM just for more utilities. And also Curstole can be replaced with Hitmaster depending on your tripod choices. And I'll explain that later. Gem settings are like this. All your rifles, 4 of your rifle skills, target down, catastrophe, focus shot, and perfect shot, they need to have both damage gem and CDR gems. And rain of bullet, both damage and CDR, and your last DPS skill with damage gem. You can choose to use grenade instead of meteor stream, but since they have similar damages, but that one's up to your choice. Alright, moving on to your skills. I'll explain one by one. Okay, this one, I don't know what it's called in English, but I'm currently using it as my synergy skill with this tripod as well. Since this is a specialization focused build, your character will be moving very slow, so I thought I needed to have some extra movement speed, so I gave it level 7, and I am using this tripod as well, and I gave Conviction Rune to this. Since I have no swiftness, since this build has no swiftness, using Conviction and Judgment will help you get some extra cooldowns. So I gave Conviction to the skill, and Grenade. I don't think you guys will have this much skill point since you guys have a different version in NAEU, so this can be used as level 1. It doesn't matter. It doesn't make that much difference. And I gave it bleed. If you were to use grenade instead of meteor stream, then you'll have to use this tripod here, this one, and this one. These two, and you can use this tripod instead of that one, but they don't really make that much difference, so this is not really important unless you use grenade instead of meteor stream. And I gave you blade. If you give bleed to this skill, even without no swiftness, I have 56 swiftness, you can use your grenade every 6 seconds. And bleed rune lasts for 6 seconds, so which means if you use your grenade, whenever it comes back on cooldown, you can cause infinite bleeding. So basically you're just using grenade just to cause infinite bleeding in this build. Alright, next one, quick stab. This is a must. This skill is a must. You need to use it as level 4, because this tripod increases your movement and attack speed for 4 seconds. So this is an important skill. Next one is a plasma bullet, and I gave it judgment. So in my build, in my current rotation, I use these two to activate judgment, and then I move on to my rifle skills for better cooldowns. I mean, shorter cooldowns, that is. And meteor stream. Tripods are fixed, just like Claude. But on the last tripod, well, you can choose to use this one instead of the second one in the last row, but it will be slow. In terms of like maximum damage, this tripod right? This tripod will do better damage than this one, but I don't really want to recommend you guys use the first tripod right there, because you need to go through 2 different kind of RNGs 3 times. One is Crete, and the second one is the debuff of Kimblown Weapon, because Kimblown Weapon sometimes makes your skill do less damage. So you have to go through 2 different RNGs 3 times in order to do more damage than this tripod if you use this one. So I recommend you guys just use this one, because it also gives you 20% attack speed. That only works on your meter stream, which means you just fire it 20% faster. Okay, moving on to deck shot. I think this is a must, because I think deck shot is more important than somersault shot in this build, because it has long, very long. You can move very long with this. And if you use level 3 PM, which increases your attack speed on your handguns, you can actually move faster by firing faster, just like that. And that's the utility that I talked about. So I think this is a must. You need to use this and this tripod, these 2 tripods. Well, if you can choose to use this tripod for your synergy, but I personally recommend you guys use this one, which increases the attack speed of this skill, deck shot. And with that, plus PM level 3, you can move that much faster, even though you're a specialization character. It's that good. So I recommend you guys go for this tripod instead of your synergy tripod. And your counter skill, this is a must to use as level 4, because if you don't use this tripod, then you won't be moving forward to do your counter. But if you give it level 4 and use this tripod, you can move forward and do your counter. So that's a must to use as level 4. Alright, last skill on your handguns. You guys actually have a choice here. You can either go for a back attack tripod, or you can go with this one. It's a new tripod that was updated on the last balance patch. No, like a month ago. It was updated a month ago. And this tripod gets rid of your back attack on Rain of Bullet. It's your choice. If you want to use this tripod, if you want to go for back attack, you can use this tripod and do a bit more damage. But if you don't want to go for back attacks, you can choose to go for this one. But if you go for this tripod, you can't use. It will be better for you guys to use Hitmaster instead of Crystal, because they're both 16% engraving, but Hitmaster does not have negative effects like Crystal. But if you want to use the back attack tripod on Rain of Bullet, you will need to use Crystal instead of Hitmaster. But if you think about the future where you have 5 3s plus 1, the most optimal engravings will be Grudge, Kimblown Weapon, Crystal, Hitmaster, Time to Hunt, and level 1 PM. So you will eventually need to use this tripod instead of back attack tripod. But for 5 3s, doesn't, well, you still have choice. And I gave it Blue Gale Wind. Okay, moving on to rifles. Catastrophe is really important because this will be your main stagger skill, and it does distant damage as well. And tripods are fixed. Tenacity and these 2. Well, you can choose to use this, but in terms of the maximum damage, this is better. And I gave a Legendary Overwhelm. Perfect shot. Tripods for all the rifles are fixed. You don't really have any other choices. It's 2, 3, 3, and I gave it purple gale wind. Focus shot. 2, 3, 3 with legendary gale wind. You need to give the best. You need to give your best rune, best gale wind rune, to your focus shot. And target down. It's 1, 1, 1. All first tripods. And I gave it purple gale wind. And you know, a lot of like whenever I stream, a lot of people ask me about like which are the tripods that you need to focus first. In this case, in Time-to-Hunt Gunslinger case, you need to focus on the tripods on your rifles, because they are your main DPS skills. Focus on these two if you just have to choose 6. Focus on these two, and these two, and maybe Rain of Bullets. And utilities are also important, so well, if you're to just focus on damage, focus on these 2 tripods first. Alright, rotation will be like this. Since this is a specialization build, you won't have fast attack speed. And forget about this, guys. This think of it as a support relic set, level 2 spirit absorption. And think of it as support relic set. Usually I usually start my rotation like this with quick stud. Okay, that was unlucky. I'll start again. Quick stab. Activate judgment and move on to your DPS skills. I was able to use two rifles within judgment, but in a real raid in Korean server with you will be able to use 3 rifle skills within judgment. 3 rifles. Oh yeah, you guys have oh yeah, you guys don't have level 2 side effect, right? So no, it won't work that way. Probably 2. And if you're to just use 2 rifles within judgment, use these 2. Focus shot and target down. And then go back to your handgun skills. Use whatever you have. Just like that. Yeah. I guess that's it. Yeah, I guess I explained everything I need to explain. Oh. Yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching my guide. And I'll see you guys again in the next guide. Thank you so much, guys. Hope you guys have fun playing Time-to-Hunt Gunslinger. Thank you. See you next time.